EA Sports and the PGA of America are proud to present opening round coverage of the PGA Championship. We're here at Whistling Straits in Kohler, Wisconsin for the PGA Championship. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, set to bring you all of the championship action. Frank, what's in store for our golfers today under these major championship conditions?
It's a Pete Dye special, Rich. Bunkers, I've lost count of the number of bunkers at Whistling Straits, but already it's been the host of several PGA championships, so it's a test for the great players of the world. But really, you've got to tip your cap to the designer. He'll tell you that building Whistling Straits was a, quote, once-in-a-lifetime thing. To see Lake Michigan around the golf course, it looks just like it's not real. It looks like you're playing on the moon sometimes. It's an amazing venue.
Frank, what's the best way to attack this first hole?
You'd like to hit your second shot just a little right of the flag. Everything slopes towards the left.
This is a good-looking shot. Terrific golf shot. And now, that for an easy birdie. Just 5 feet left. Starting to move on this leaderboard now, Frank.
It's got a nice look to it. Not a who's who.
Frank, how about the par 5, 597-yard second hole?
They give you a chance here. If you can hit a long drive down the left side, it starts to open up. But even a drive that finds the fairway down the right side, you might think it's okay. But chances are you can have a blind second shot.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Second from an excellent lie. Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up? It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is. It was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Fourth shot, wants to get this close. You like this one, Frank?
Oh, it's a good one. Safely on.
Getting set now over the putt. One under early in the round. Now the stunning 188-yard par 3 third here at Whistling Straits.
Yeah, the green angle's to the left. You have to be careful because it's well protected by those huge bunkers and dunes on the left.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. Wow, that's disappointing. Chance to get too deep on one hole, and you leave it short.
Well, the good thing is he didn't miss it, right? It didn't go past the miss. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We'll never know.
Okay. Still has a chance for birdie, too.
Right, okay. I like that positive attitude.
Action is underway, and we'll take you out to hole number 4. As we catch up with today's featured golfer, Frank, what's the key to generating some momentum?
Just hitting good shots. I know it sort of sounds like the old cliche, but plenty of opportunities. A few 10, 15-foot putts start going down. This round will change dramatically. Oh, that was sweet. Straight down the middle.
Frank, this looks like a pretty challenging shot into the fourth.
Just like the previous hole, when you've got the lake on the left, you've got to favor the other side.
Good looking shot right here. Just a pure strike and a perfect result. He'll have a good look at birdie now. This is a 9-footer. Good job right there. Now making a move and setting himself up for, who knows, a good weekend run, maybe at another title. The former college standout has been excellent today. Frank, you don't see holes like the 5th here at Whistling Straits all that often, do you?
Not just the shape of the hole, the length. Pete Dye has managed to put both the length and the design of the hole together to make it brutally tough, but at the same time strategically brilliant.
And from the fairway for his second shot here. That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Third shot, looking for a good one. That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Needs a few more of those. That was a good birdie.
Yeah, this time, that one gets him in the top 10.
Frank, between this incredible golf course and the sensational play from the best competitors in the world, that was a real treat today.
Major championships bring out major golf, and that's golf to its highest level on one of golf's longest courses.
For my partner, Frank Nobilo, and all of us here at EA Sports, we say goodbye from Whistling Straits. EA Sports and the PGA of America are proud to present second round coverage of the PGA Championship. Beautiful looking shot right here. Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
They'll be pretty happy with that 290-yard poke off the tee. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot.
Ooh, chance for birdie.
Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the lock.
Been a little too much of that, Frank, just sort of ho-hum pars. On the 7th tee now, and a tricky 221-yard par 3.
If you have a look at the way in which Pete Dye has designed this hole, you can see that the green shapes away to the right. So if you can bring the ball in from the left, it's certainly desirable.
Birdie try up next. Settles in over the putt. Well, you could see he's just disgusted with that effort.
Even par currently.
Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. So they'll tap in. Frank, nothing really went the player's way this week.
Yeah, if this was motor racing, you'd say it's a case of having 4 flat tires.
Frank, just tons of bunkers on the right. You hope the wind is in your favor.
Yeah, and sadly, your mind just about picks up on each and every one of them.
No complaints there. In the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Frank, when we stop staring at Lake Michigan in the background, what should we be focusing on this shot?
Well, somehow you've got to thread a long iron in between the bunkers on the left and the bunkers on the right onto a very, very narrow green.
Well, he's on the green, but still plenty of work left. About a 25-footer coming up. This one measures out to 24 feet.
When you consider the length of that putt, it was a good putt.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. In for par. Frank, what about this downhill shot off the tee and the idea that you just want to sort of let that ball run toward the green down the hill?
Well, Pete Dye just gives you so many different looks throughout the front 9 of Whistling Straits, and this really is the first example of this, plus the swirling winds that are created by that sort of tree in the mounding on the right of this green. Quite spectacular. Oh, that's fine.
Frank, at a 72-hole stroke play event, do you like birdie fests where, say, 28, 30 under par might win it, or do you like a good old-fashioned grind them out where you might be able to win the championship at, say, 7, 8 under par?
Yeah, I like the latter, really, because I think it tests the mental fortitude. Normally, if people are in the mid-20s under, the golf course is a little easier. It's a little more forgiving. Greens are flatter and all that. And therefore, I'm not saying it's one-dimensional, but it's closer to that. When you have a good old barn brawn out there with the rough thick and bunkers are difficult and greens are fast and undulating, every part of your game is stressed to the limit. And sort of 10 under, I always think is like a really good litmus test for a great tournament.
Welcome back to the PGA Championship here at Whistling Straits. Ball is teed up here at the 10th. We are set to get it going on the back 9.
There's a bunker that you can see that's about 260 yards in the middle of the fairway. You can easily carry that in line with another one that's about 330 yards. That just sets up a relatively straightforward pitch.
Not on the fairway here. This could be a tough shot coming up next. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Coming out of the rough and right up next to the hole. Par yesterday. Now for birdie. Well, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Getting set now over the putt.
Well read.
645-yard par 5 11th. They call this hole the sandbox, and hopefully, Frank, you're not picking up the shovel here.
Yeah, I don't care who you are. If you're reaching this par 5 and 2, then you don't belong on this planet.
In the fairway, down there about 290. Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. So a tester from 4 feet. Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. You've let one go. You've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
Third round coverage comes your way tomorrow on EA Sports. For Frank Nobilo and our entire crew, I'm Rich Lerner saying so long for now. EA Sports, PGA of America, are proud to present third round coverage of the PGA Championship. And that's where you want to be at the 4th, in the fairway. Frank, what are we looking at here with this approach shot to the 4th?
Well, just like a lot of holes at Whistling Straits, with the water on the left, if you're going to err anyway, you err on the high side. Surely not.
Safely aboard. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Kind of a tricky read. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Wow, almost fell within just a few inches of dropping. Trying to limit the damage here. This putt is for bogey. And he makes it for a bogey here. Now the 5th hole. Frank, what a par 5.
Well, strategic par 5. It's almost the shape of an S. That's why it's called snake. The best and most conservative way to play this hole is just simply play it as a 3-shotter. Tee shot down the left, second shot up there, and then just take the wedge in.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball, and this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Okay, the second shot now at this par 5. Ready for his third shot. Needs to hit this close. Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance really for birdie, but really it was a rather poor approach shot.
That is an excellent lag putt right there. Had the speed perfectly. Just a couple of feet. Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
Hole number 6, and another scenic view off the tee. It's a 409-yard par 4.
Yeah, the hole is well bunkered around the 300-yard mark. Ideally, you want to have that tee shot just short of that. Then it's not too hard a second shot.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Beautiful approach shot there and a good chance to take advantage. Now this for birdie. Came away with par in the previous round.
That was cruel. That looked like it was certainly going in.
And getting ready for the putt. Good putt. Another magnificent hole here at Whistling Straits. Nothing but water on the right and a huge drop off down to the beach.
Yeah, if you're struggling with your golf, just take a little breath and look right. It'll be a great elixir.
That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. And it generates some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
That was not a very good read right there. As this one for par. That's a nice confidence builder right there. You make those for par, and you keep things steady. Final round coverage comes your way tomorrow for our entire crew. I'm Rich Lerner saying thanks for being with us on EA Sports, and so long for now. EA Sports and the PGA of America are proud to present final round coverage of the PGA Championship. Not this time. That one's in the rough. It might be a tough shot coming up. So in the first cut here, it could be worse.
No, this is never going to go right. Just depends how far left.
Out of the rough and just a bit offline. Well, that's what the great ones do. From the rough, they use their skill and their strength to get it out and get it close.
You'd like that one again.
Good try. Just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Frank, that's a par, and onward we go. Par 5 11th, and Frank, just a few bunkers here on this hole.
A few. I've lost count of how many bunkers here there are on 11. Ideally, you want to hit it down the left side, and this really where you take the head cover off, a good long one, because 645, doesn't matter whichever way you cut it, it's going to be a few good hits plus some more. Rich, these players aren't getting a reprieve with the win right now.
Right from the start, the winds have been kicking pretty good.
Yeah, but at least it's presenting that challenge for the players that don't get every other day.
This will test a player. I mean, it's one thing to play with no wind in perfect conditions, but as we know, golf is a game of variables.
Yeah, and better strike will be rewarded today.
So the golf ball ends up in that first cut. It's a little bit less than 2 inches. You can see the golf ball should be able to get at it, but may not be able to control the spin. We'll see. Good swing, good shot yet again. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie. Even par, currently.
We haven't seen a whole lot of that, Frank, but that has to feel good. Now to the 12th, short little par 3.
Yeah, just a short iron in hand. You'd like to think it's a birdie opportunity. One of the biggest problems here, though, was putting. This green, anything other than flat.
Early part of this back 9 and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie. This one just requires a little bit of focus. So early on the backside here at the 12th hole, missed opportunity. Trying to stay steady, make a par. That is a solid par putt right there. Frank, here at the 13th, it's pretty obvious where the trouble is.
Yeah, all right, that's for sure, plus Lake Michigan there if you go even further right. But at 402 yards, don't have to hit driver down here. Even a 3-wood and a wedge would get you home here. So remember, fairway first, then set up the scoring chance.
Frank, right where you want to be.
Wouldn't be better if it was on a tee.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
That is another laser right at the flagstick. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Now the par 4, 14th, and Frank, this is not about brute strength, is it?
A bit of a head scratcher here. When you first look at it, you think you just pull out the driver, but it narrows up in the driving area. So really it's a layup off the tee, just a short iron in from there.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. With that ball sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Good looking shot right here. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
So a tester from 4 feet. Now sitting at 2 under par. Ready to go here at the 15th tee, and by the looks of it, Frank, we should have brought the swimsuits and some sunscreen.
It's very picturesque, that's for sure, but don't get fooled by its beauty. This is an absolute beast at 503 yards and sets up a very, very tough finish to Whistling Straits.
This is the second shot at the par 4. On the 15th green in regulation, but not yet in the hole. This is about a 30-footer, and he'll look at it from a couple of different angles just to try to get a feel for it. Looks like he just misread that. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Man,
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Settles in over the putt. Oh my gosh, that hurts. That's about as depressing a moment as there is in golf. When you miss the bogey putt, you know you're staring at double. Frank, you know full well this can be a humbling game.
And an embarrassing game.
Getting set to take on the finishing holes here at Whistling Straits. How do you close this out on the right foot, Frank?
Well, this is the shortest of the 4 par 5s at 568 yards. There's a big crop of bunkers down the right side. Just a driver off those is certainly going to make this par 5 reachable.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time.
Oh, it's fine.
Frank, there really is nothing in America quite like Whistling Straits when you consider that it looks like an old seaside links course, and yet it's in the middle of America. It's in Wisconsin.
Yeah, it's a beautiful piece of landscaping there that wraps around Lake Michigan, so that's what gives it that links-like feel. But then it took a genius of an architect to build in 18 phenomenal holes that match the environment.
Headed for the bunker? Now, a bit unfortunate. In the bunker, Frank.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what his bunker plays like.
You know how to play this shot, Frank, right? You keep your chin up, you look down your nose at the ball, you have to pick it cleanly, and keep your head still. It's a pretty good shot. That ball settles in about 13 feet away.
You'd like to think unlucky for some, but birdie putt coming up.
Well, he looked like Ben Crenshaw right there. That was smooth and easy, right in the heart. 17th now, and if you have a club that goes 250 yards on a good line, bust it out right now.
And if anything, you want to aim it just a hair to the right. It pays to be a little cautious here because of that mound on the left. It goes down some 20 feet below the level of the green. Well, it was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
He'll need to be strong with this. Well, that's what separates the good players from the great players, the ability to get it that close from that kind of lie. That's just a poor putt right there. No other way to say it. And a drop shot, a bogey at 17. Makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Frank, it has been that kind of a tournament. Another bogey. The final hole, the 18th, and the clubhouse in the distance. Frank, it's looking like home sweet home, isn't it?
Well, if you can hit the fairway here, that's one thing, but it still leaves an enormously long second shot.
Frank, not overly long, but still a pretty good spot and in the fairway.
Yeah, that's in that 280 mark. Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
It looks like it's going to be in the rough. Not missing by much today, but enough to again be in the bunker. Third shot now from the bunker.
Rich, it's a different challenge today. The weather is so day-to-day out here, and when you get a breeze like this that's kicking up, you really have to sort of change your approach to playing these holes.
It looks nice out there, the blue skies, plenty of high sunshine, but it's a challenge because those winds have really freshened up. Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one. Rich, you know, after you've already made one mistake in the rough, there's a chance he's going to make another.
Just trying to get it back out into the fairway and not...
If you hit enough shots, every now and again, one's going to go in.
Crazy, crazy game. That'll put a wrap on our final round coverage for all of us at EA Sports. I'm Rich Lerner. We'll see you next time.